Hello, my name is Leah Sugarman. Welcome to your quick power vinyasa flow. Since this is a quick practice, jump straight into it and start in a tabletop position. So align your shoulders roughly over your wrists, align your hips roughly over your knees, and lengthen your whole back body. On an inhale, reach and extend your right leg straight back behind you. Kick energy out through your foot. Exhale, draw your knee in toward your nose and round your spine. Inhale, lengthen and extend your leg back out. Exhale, draw your knee toward your upper right arm as high as you can reach it. Inhale, lengthen your leg back out. Exhale, draw your leg across the body toward your upper left arm as high as you can reach it. Inhale, lengthen your leg back. This time, keep your leg extended out and shift your weight to your right hand as you rise to your left fingertips. Course it in around your waistline, three-dimensionally draw in around your center and reach your left arm forward in front of you. Inhale deeply here as you lengthen from fingers to toes. And then exhale, curl and round your spine and draw your elbow and your knee toward each other. Inhale, lengthen and extend out. Exhale, curl and round elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen and extend. Exhale, draw your elbow and your knee toward each other. Inhale, lengthen and extend. And then exhale, release your hand and your knee to the floor. Just gently sway your hips from side to side. Release any tension that built. And then on your next inhale, come back to neutral and stretch your left leg back behind you. Kick energy out through your foot. Exhale, draw your knee in toward your nose, round your back body. Inhale, lengthen and extend your leg back out. Exhale, draw your knee toward your upper left arm as high as you can reach it. Inhale, stretch your leg out. Exhale, draw your knee across the body toward your upper right arm. Inhale, stretch your leg back and keep your leg extended back as you pour your weight into your left hand and rise to your right fingertips. Hug in around your center and stretch your right arm forward in front of you. Lengthen from fingers to toes and take a deep inhale. Exhale, curl and round your back body as you draw your elbow and your knee together. Inhale, lengthen and extend. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, reach back out. Exhale, draw elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen and extend. Exhale, release your hand and your knee to the floor. Walk your hands forward, roughly 1 palm distance. Tuck your toes underneath, lift your knees from the floor, and send your sitting bones high into downward facing dog. On an inhale, roll your weight forward into plank. Align your shoulders over your wrists. And then exhale, send your sitting bones back up toward the sky in down dog. Inhale, roll your weight forward into plank. Exhale, lift your hips high. Do this one more time. Follow your own rhythm of breath. And the next time you find yourself in down dog, stay there. Root firmly against both hands, shift your weight into your left leg, and sweep your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your foot forward and through, place it next to your right thumb, and soften your back knee to the floor. Rise up to your fingertips, sink your hips low, lengthen your back body, and energetically scissor your legs toward each other so that you can sweep both arms straight up toward the sky. Lift and lengthen through your whole spine. As you exhale, bend your elbows, create a cactus shape in your arms, and draw your shoulder blades together as you peel open your chest, lift your heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms back up toward the sky. Root firmly into your front foot, tuck your back toes underneath, and lift your back knee off the floor. Bend your front knee deeply, kick back through your left leg. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, spiral and twist your torso toward the right. Reach your left arm forward, stretch your right arm back behind you. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist and rotate. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, spin and twist. Inhale here. Exhale, release your left hand down to the floor. Roll onto the pinky side of your left foot. And you have the option to place the ball of your right foot in front of your left knee, or to stack your legs on top of each other. Reach up through your right fingers, lift your hips high away from the floor. Stabilize your breath for a deep inhale. And then as you exhale, release your right hand and your foot to the floor. Find a neutral plank position. Option to lower your knees down and lie down, or lower halfway toward the floor into chaturanga. Inhale, roll over your toes and open your heart either into cobra or up dog. And then exhale, lift your hips up high into downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Exhale, open your mouth and release a sigh. Inhale, sweep your left leg up toward the sky. And as you exhale, step your foot forward and through, place it next to your left thumb. Release your back knee to the floor. Rise to your fingertips. Lengthen your back body. Sink your hips toward the mat. Ground down against your legs, scissor them toward each other, and press the floor away to lift your torso and your arms to the sky. Inhale, grow tall through your back. And exhale, bend your elbows, draw them toward the sides of your mat into a cactus shape. Hug your shoulder blades together, expand and open your chest. Lift your heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms back up toward the sky. Tuck your back toes underneath, root against your left foot to lift your back knee off the floor. Kick back firmly through your heel, lift your thigh bone high. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, spiral and twist your whole torso toward the left. Reach your right arm forward, stretch your left arm behind you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, spin your torso. Inhale, lengthen. This time, release your right hand down to the floor. Spin to the pinky side of your left foot. An option to place the pinky side of your right foot. Option to place the ball of your left foot in front of your right knee, or option to stack your feet on top of each other. Reach up through your left fingertips, root down against your right hand, and lift your hips high away from the mat. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release your left hand down, return to a neutral plank position. Option to lower your knees down and lie down, or bend your elbows and lower halfway toward the floor. Inhale, flip your toes, open your heart as you hug your shoulder blades together, either into cobra or up dog. And exhale, lift your hips high into downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale, open your mouth, release a sigh. Inhale, sweep your right leg to the sky. Exhale, bend your knee and open your hip. Reach your right knee toward the ceiling. Square your hips to the floor and then step your foot forward and through. Place it directly between your hands. Spin on your back foot. Point your toes to face the long edge of your mat. Bend your front knee deeply and then windmill your arms open into a T shape in Warrior Two. Bend your front knee deeply. Elongate your spine. Inhale, flip your right palm to face the sky. And as you exhale, lean and hinge toward the back of your mat. Reach your right arm over your head. Rest your left fingertips wherever they land. Spin your heart open toward the ceiling. Root firmly against the floor to slowly rise back up. And then shift the weight of your torso as far forward as you can reach. Release your right forearm to your right thigh and spiral your left arm over your head with your fingers pointing toward the top of your mat. Lengthen your left side body and spin your heart to face the ceiling. Inhale deeply. Exhale, look down to the floor. Plant your palms, frame out your front foot. Step back into a high plank and either lower your knees down and lie down or release roughly halfway to the floor in chaturanga. Inhale, roll over your toes, open your heart into cobra or up dog. And exhale, flip your toes again, lift your hips high into downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your left leg high. Exhale, bend your knee and open your hip. Point your left knee toward the ceiling. Square your hips back down to the floor. Step your foot forward and through between your hands and spin on your back foot to release your heel to the floor. Ground down firmly into your front foot and windmill your arms open into a T shape in Warrior Two. Bend your front knee deeply. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Inhale, flip your left palm to face the sky. And exhale, lean and hinge toward the back of your mat as you lengthen your left side body. Rest your right fingertips wherever they reach. Ground down against your feet to lift the weight of your torso back up. And then lean your torso forward as far as you can reach. Release your left forearm to your left thigh and spin your right arm over your head so your fingers point to the top of your mat. Lengthen your right side body and spin your heart to face the ceiling. Inhale deeply. Exhale, look down to the floor. Plant your palms to frame out your front foot and step up and back into downward facing dog. You have the option to stay here, or if you'd like to, you can flow through a vinyasa of choice by rolling your weight forward to plank, option to lower knees down, lie down, or into chaturanga. Inhale, open your heart into cobra or up dog. Exhale, lift your hips back to downward dog. Inhale, sweep your right leg to the sky. Exhale, bend your knee deeply and draw your knee to the outside of your right wrist. Relax your calf to the floor and wiggle your ankle toward your left wrist as far as you comfortably can. Slide your back leg down the mat and then release your hips toward the floor. You can untuck your back toes. Energetically scissor your legs toward each other. Draw both knees in toward the center of the mat to square your hips forward in space, and then lengthen your spine. You may wish to rise up to fingertips. You have the option to stay here, or if you'd like to, you can slowly start to lean the weight of your torso forward and down, maybe lower onto your forearms, maybe release down toward the floor. Find what feels most comfortable right now, and all the while continue to scissor your knees toward each other. If you folded, slowly lift the weight of your torso back up. Plant your palms down roughly shoulder width apart. Tuck your left toes underneath and lift your left knee off the floor to send your hips back up high into downward facing dog. Just pause for a moment. Take notice of any changes that you might feel from side to side. And then when you're ready, sweep your left leg up to the sky. Bend your knee deeply and shift your weight forward to release your left knee to the outside of your left wrist. Relax your calf to the floor, your whole shin to the floor, and then wiggle your ankle toward your right wrist. Slide your back leg down the mat and soften the weight of your hips toward the floor. Untuck your back toes. Energetically scissor your legs toward each other. Draw your front knee back. Draw your back knee forward. Lift and lengthen your spine, maybe rise up to your fingertips to create even more space. And then you have the option to stay here or option to hinge and fold the weight of your torso forward. Maybe rest on your forearms or all the way down toward the floor. All the while, continue to scissor your legs toward each other. Magnetize them in toward the midline of your mat to square your hips forward. If you folded, slowly lift the weight of your torso back up. Plant your palms flat down against the floor. Tuck your right toes underneath. Lift your right knee. Lift your hips back and up into downward facing dog. Soften and release the weight of your knees down to the floor. Untuck your toes and relax the weight of your hips back towards your heels. Soften the weight of your torso over your thighs and melt your head toward the mat. Soften and relax your whole body here. And just take a moment to tap into your breath. And this is where I will leave you today. So feel free to stay relaxing in child's pose for as long as you would like. Thank you for sharing this quick but powerful practice. Namaste. I'll see you next time.